Hey guys, I'm Deon Augustine, and here I have Nicola with me. She's a member here at New and also a physiotherapist from Physio Focus. So Nicola, share with us what we'll be touching on today.
Thanks, Deon. So hi everybody, my name's Nicola. I'm a physio at Physio Focus, and we've decided to do this collaboration to better support you guys with regards to any injury prevention that you guys might experience as part of your BJJ or Muay Thai training. So let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start with some of the upper trap stretches and some of the big muscles that are often overused or get very sore and tight, not just from striking sports, but also from all of us sitting and doing a lot of work from home with this current climate. So, can I get you to borrow this ball? And let's go over to the wall over here. So, upper traps, nice and tight after class. Let's put the ball there, grab one from anywhere, tackle the wall, 90 degrees. You'll find a nice spot that you want to hang on to. Now there's no right or wrong, you can hang on to it for up to a minute, but it's just nice to get in there and make sure you relieve all those tension points before or after class as often as possible. Even you can do this at home when you're working. So then, what's the other bit that gets really sore? Right in between the shoulder blades. What I want is the ball not in the middle where along the bones where it gets sore. Get to the nice muscly bits on either side, lean up against the wall and scratch yourself like a cat. So these guys all tend to be quite over-recruited and get very sore and achy after a lot of, when you're teaching a lot of the jabs, you're just doing a lot of this stuff. We don't really want you going home in that position. So it's important to cool down, stretch off. Rightio, so with me, I've got Professor Popeye and Professor Bruno, and they're gonna very kindly demonstrate some thoracic mobility drills for all of you guys. So, hands and knees, guys. Let's do your cat-cows. I think a lot of you are already doing this, and if you're familiar with yoga, you'd know a lot of this. So let's push through the floor. Basically, we want to get some movement around here. Think about your shoulder blades wrapping around the front of your ribs. And look at the difference between both of them. Popeye, start to look up towards the ceiling. Drop your chest to the floor. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Lovely. And through here. So why thoracic mobility is really important is because if you're stiff through your thoracic, you're going to be over-recruiting and overusing a lot of your shoulders and your neck. This will allow some tension to be relieved and allow the kinetic links to actually be restored nicely. And rounding, you just want to hold it for about 5 to 10 seconds in each position, and you're going to move constantly in and out of these positions for about a minute. Okay? A little bit of discomfort is normal, but you shouldn't be in any pain. You start to feel any pain, just back out of the stretch. So, we've done that. Let's move on to another one that I like to give out. Professor, your favorite. So let's do your rainbows up against the wall. You're gonna get the leg closest up against it and pretend you're shooting a bow and arrow. That's one. That's it. So what you wanna do is block the hip so we avoid any rotation through here. I want the movement to come purely from the shoulder blades. And rotate again. So go back and forth, back and forth. Squeeze through the shoulder blades. Keep that left shoulder down and away from your ear. Good, and keep going. Down, draw back, lovely. So mobile, Professor. Alrighty, hands back to your starting position. Let's spin the right hand to face the wall, and I want you to give the wall a big wipe. Good job, guys. It's pretty normal to feel a little stiff through here. And coming back, that's it, well done. So what you want to do here is make sure you can try to get your chest as close as you can to the wall. Obviously, you don't want to be forcing anything into any spots that it's not happy about. But, good. Drawing back, keep it away, and make sure you're trying to rotate purely from your upper back, not into the hips here like Professor's cheating. Okay, so we're gonna move on to thread the needle next, another nice thoracic rotation one for you guys. So, hands and knees, Professor. Let's stick that hand in between here. I want you to try to angle this wrist down towards the little dummy in the corner. You want to try to get your shoulder down to the floor as best as you can and drive it back up. You should feel a nice big twist all the way down into your lower back here. You doing okay?
Yeah.
Good. Can I just make one correction? Come back up. Let's bring this hand a tiny bit closer. There you go. So same thing, guys. This is all just for mobility before class, after class. About a minute should do you well. A little bit longer. Try to make sure that shoulder blade wraps right around. Good. And this is a familiar position in jiu-jitsu, isn't it? Come back up. So if you don't have a roller at home, just use a towel on the floor. Okay, so Bruno's now going to do some wall slides for us. So I like these as a little bit of shoulder blade control, and it also helps recruit some of the external rotators for your rotator cuff. So hands are on the wall, but don't lean into the wall. Okay, we're going to work on the shoulder blades here. Slide the hands up. Now, as you're coming up, make sure you're feeling that they're not going to draw a triangle. You should always keep them parallel, like your hands are on train tracks. Okay. Slide up. Don't bring them closer together. There you go. So keep them tucked in. As your hands go up higher, you want to feel like you're turning them out a bit more. So a nice guide is you want to be sort of a 90-degree angle there. You just want to warm up about 10 or 15 seconds and have a little break. Repeat 2 or 3 times. So another one of my favorites. Professor, can I get you to lie down on the roller, please? You want to lie down. Make sure you're not arching into the neck here. Make sure your lower back is nice and flat against the roller. Ground nicely through your feet. And just draw nice big arm circles. Now, if that is too simple, you're not feeling like that's enough of a challenge for you, or you're quite mobile like me, and you want to work a little bit into some rotator cuff stability training, you can grab a little weight and let gravity do the work for you. Now, if you have unstable shoulders, just do it without the weight. So the main bits you want to look out for are whether you're arching into your lower back here or into the neck. So we're going to get into some lower trap tees here. So I like this one because a lot of people have very good, strong upper traps, but very weak lower traps, and persistent weakness, Professor's saying hi over there, can sort of lead to a little bit of dysfunction and a little bit of muscle imbalance, which can predispose you to some pain and impingement further down the track potentially. So let's just rule that out full stop. Professor, what I want you to do is imagine you got a $100 note here. I want you to hold on to him. So squeeze my hand with your shoulder blades first. That's it. Lift them up gently. So let's recruit some of the external rotators. Thumbs up towards the ceiling. This one up a bit higher for me. Good. And hold it for a couple of seconds. Now what you want to watch for is that you're not going to over recruit into the neck here and end up cranking into it like that. Relax back down. I want you to do that again. So thumbs to face the ceiling and lift. Hold here. You're shaking. Can you do little pulses for me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go all the way back down. Okay? Imagine that your hands are going to be equal. So the left hand's dropping a little bit. Can we try that again? Thumbs up. Lift off. Shoulders away. There you go. Butterfly pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come down. Very good. Okay, let's progress you to, you're in a T. Can you show me how you get into a Y? So bring your hands up closer towards me, about 45 degrees. In this position, I want you to keep the shoulder blades away from your ears again. Same thing, up and hold. Now, don't scrunch up into the neck with your shoulders. Hold that, thumb still facing the ceiling. Can you bring yourself back down to a T? Good, okay, let's start from the Y. Come up towards me. So I want you to imagine you're holding a little ball and you're gonna bring it down to your head. Lovely. So we're just doing the same muscles, but working through the range here. Couple more times for me. Make sure you're not gonna drop your hands. Good, and rest. So that was your full start from the T to a Y to a W. So continuing with more of the lower trap work and trying to just correct some of the shoulder positioning, we're gonna start with some rows. So I like to get the hands to face the ceiling because it recruits some of the lower traps a little bit better. Deon, I want you to set your shoulder blades back and down slightly. That's it. Now, people tend to over recruit by squeezing in here. I'm not focusing on getting your hands too close to the body. Just here is great, okay? Bring your palms closer to your chest now. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. Now you can see he's starting to round. This is his dodgy shoulder, to be fair. And you can see he's starting to round a little bit into the front here. So I want you to imagine that ball and socket joint, and that ball is a golf ball on the tee. You want to bring him to the middle of the tee. Reset. Okay? Nice big squeeze at the end, hold for a couple of seconds, and let him go. So this is a nice, safe one and very stable position. Okay? If that's too easy, you can progress to the slightly more unstable position, which would be up into 90 degrees of abduction. So, Deon, let's reset that all the way. Have a break. You're gonna bring your shoulders up to here. Sorry, your elbows. There you go. Same feeling, but this time your hands are gonna be here. Squeeze through the shoulder blades, pull them down. Now, you're gonna wanna feel like you're doing this. I don't want that, I want the shoulders down and away. So still working on the bits in between your shoulder blades here. Good. Think about that golf ball not getting knocked off the tee. Don't drop those elbows. So obviously two or three repetitions isn't enough, but it's a good place to start. Work on the quality and then increase the range.
Wow, that was really useful information that we can benefit from. So Nicola, why don't you wrap it up for us?
Sure. So I hope you guys found that really useful. I tend to use them as little bits of warm up before my classes here. And just remember that's all very generic information and simple things. If you do have any actual injuries or concerns, please reach out and be consulted by a proper healthcare professional first. Otherwise, we'll see you here at NewFit.
Thank you.
Thank you.